Good morning. This is Sheldon Livesay, Director of ofoneaccord Ministry, and I want to tell you a God story this morning, long before I got into ministry, but it taught me a principle that I want to share with you today. And the principle is, according to Rees Howells, that wrote the book, Rees Howells Intercessors, there is a principle that if you reach a platform with God, that you have reached a place of a principle that once you receive prayer in an area, you can continue to receive prayers in that area right on, as long as you stay there with God. And this prayer is about me finding things that were lost. I was in Columbia, South Carolina, working with a company that I worked with, and we lived in a subdivision. The man that was building houses in our subdivision, there were quite a few houses. Well, he went bankrupt and had to leave town, and there were several lots that were vacant. So there was nobody to sell the lots. It was in bankruptcy court. So in the summer, of course, those lots would grow up and make our whole subdivision look bad. And we got together as homeowners and decided that periodically we would work together and we would go through those lots and at least clean off around the road so that the lots look nice. So one summer day, we began to do that very thing. We got together and we worked all day, and we got, it was starting maybe at 8 o'clock in the morning. Man, we worked till dark that night. That was maybe 7:30 or something like that. And I started back to the house and I looked down and I realized that I had a gold watch that was given to me as a wedding gift from my wife. It was inscribed on the back and it was gone. And I didn't realize it. Oh my goodness, I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe that I lost that. What am I going to do? It was precious to me. Sometimes you guys have lost something that's precious to you. So this was Saturday. I went next morning and I found a rental place that was open on Sunday, and I rented a metal detector, and I started from where we started, which was, we're talking about several blocks. So I looked all day long. And everything in me was just saying, you're not going to find it. Give up. Give up. Quit looking. You're not going to find it. Give up. Quit looking. I looked. I went all around that. Every place that I could remember being and places that I knew that we worked, I just did that whole thing. And we ended up at the entrance to the subdivision where cars came in, and they'd done quite a bit of work there, and they'd dug up some of the ground and smoothed it out and raked it and made it look nicer, and I'd used my rake and done the same thing. So I was there looking, and I'd already gone around one time and looked here, and then I'd gone around the second time and looked here, and everything in me screamed to quit. It's already getting dark. I'm just about where I can't see, and I've got the metal detector, and I'm not seeing anything with the metal detector. So I have my rake with me because I'm trying to rake a little bit and see if I can pull it forward if it's there. So I'm raking under the surface of the dirt, and as I'm raking just at the point of dark, I pull forward and that watch comes up. I had found my watch. It hadn't rained. It was in perfect shape. It taught me a lesson. I found something. Everything in me screamed to quit looking, but I searched until I found it. And you know what? Then I learned that I could pray a prayer. Father, have your angels take whatever has been lost and put it where I can find it. And it just seems like every time something gets lost, even of my friends, they call me and I go over and we just find it. I remember one girl had a cell phone, and she lost it, and we looked everywhere. And I went out and I thoroughly looked through her car. She was kind of hysterical about it. I thoroughly looked into her car. I remember one particular place that I looked and I put my hand and I searched under the seat so that it would make sure that it wasn't in a hidden place. And I went back in and I thought, I didn't pray the prayer. So I prayed, and we prayed together. Father, wherever it is, have your angels take it and put it where we can see it, right in front of us. And we looked again in the place where she thought it was in the house. And then I said, let me go back out and look in your car one more time. I opened the back door. I looked under the seat. I know this wasn't there before, but right in the middle of under the seat, right in plain sight, was her phone, and I was able to retrieve it. That's happened to me actually dozens of times over the year. But I don't know if I reached the platform. I don't understand how a lot of that stuff works. But I do know that I can find things that have been lost. And it's been just a blessing. And I try to reach that platform by not letting go. When we have a prayer need, we are not to let go. We're to be Jacobs that says, I won't let go. I won't let go until the answer comes. So maybe that's a good story for you. And I just pray that God's blessing on you for allowing me to share it with you. You have a great day today.